Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But it's time for Women in Business, and our guest is beautifully seated. She's in the person of Matilda Dansoa Dako. She's the CEO of 10XP Dimensions Limited. Hi, Matilda. You know the question that is coming next, right? What? Sorry.
Oh, you're going to ask her if she's actually... No, everybody's celebrating Valentine's this week, so yeah.
Matilda, is there somebody?
Of course.
Oh, okay, so how did you meet?
Oh, my.
I know you're here to talk about your business.
Under the mistletoe,
he can do all that for me. He can do all that.
He was, you're like, that's not your story.
No, but it will be nice to share that with you.
How was yours?
Yeah. How did you meet?
You can be brief,
Just say something on the surface.
Okay, so mine was a bit different.
Okay.
We met at church.
Okay.
So I had gone to church to clean because I clean in church.
Nice.
And for a very long time, I hadn't seen any man involved in cleaning or anything.
Right.
But this gentleman will come, stand there and be looking at me, and I was interested to know what he's about.
Okay.
So we became friends. And I realized that, okay, I like him.
And then what happened?
Matilda is smiling.
She said something, now let's go deeper.
I just realized that there was something special about him. He was not the typical man who would say, oh, a woman should do this. This is a woman's job.
They want to support this one.
Exactly.
That's true.
Very supportive. Want to pick up the broom for me, squeeze the mop for me. And I'm like, okay,
that's
one
good.
Can be a keep.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Nice.
That's how we met. We just became friends, and then over the time, I realized that, okay, he's also interested. So.
Okay. So now...
So you're done with the wedding and everything?
No, I'm not married. We are not married
So you're about to?
About to.
If you're ready, I'll MC for you for free.
Oh.
Yeah. Just contact my
Matilda just booked herself. Okay. One of the best wedding MCs here in Ghana. Oh, KJ, that's so sweet. That's a Valentine's Day gift, by the way.
Once you're ready, let me know.
Thank you.
Okay, that's very sweet. God bless you.
As always, man. Yeah. Still, this love is good. It's beautiful.
Love is beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard the love story of Matilda, but she's here to talk about her business. Please, let us not derail from
the meantime, she's married to her business.
Yeah, she's married to her business.
Baby and everything.
So let us talk about 10XB Dimensions Limited or 10XB Naturals.
That's the brand name.
That's the brand name. Tell us about it. What do you do? I know that the main product that you use is Ghana's cocoa. You use cocoa as your base product.
Yes.
So what really do you produce?
Okay, so 10SB is a natural brand that seeks to contribute to the well-being of people seeking a healthy lifestyle, the health-conscious people. Okay. And a lot of the times when you talk about health-conscious people, it looks as if there's a group of people like that. But we seek to let everybody know that it is good to take care of your health, whether you think anything about it, you need to stay healthy. So that's what 10SB is about. But we have other things apart from the cocoa powder. Okay. The cocoa powder was our first baby. So we started with the cocoa powder because I love the cocoa. I love our natural cocoa powder. So when we started, we moved on to cosmetics because I realized that we can't just only eat healthy things. We need to take care of our skin as well. So my partner, which is my big sister, she is so big with skincare. So she came up with this...
You've got great skin, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah. She came up with the cosmetics aspect of it. And I bought into it because I really wanted her to do something with my skin because she's been in my ears about, taking care of your skin. And I thought only eating healthy things reflect on a good skin. But then I also realized that as much as possible, we happen to be in a country where sunshine is high. So you will also have to take care of the skin to make sure that not only what you're eating is benefiting the skin, but however, you're clearing the skin good enough. And as women, we can all tell that at some point in age, you will have to take care of the skin. And shea butter is the go-to. They say shea butter is the gold for women when it comes to our skin because it's high in collagen, it's high in so many things that we need when we are growing up. I also realized that back then when we give birth, even till date, I think they still do it. When we give birth, they use shea butter on the babies.
Oh, yeah.
And
a lot of homes still do it. Yeah.
And we've never found out from them what exactly was their reason for doing that.
For using shea butter.
Because every baby has, you know, the smooth skin. And then a lot of people will say that, oh, it's just because the baby is not doing hard work and all that. But that's not really it. There's a property in shea butter that we are missing.
But unfortunately, when the babies grow up, they end up, you know, getting adopted.
Because you're going to use different.
Yeah, because exactly.
And all those things.
Exactly,
and
the
then
harsh things.
Start affecting your skin.
So we are trying to promote the natural things, both with our cocoa powder and our shea butter.
So when you are consuming healthy, living, you are also applying healthy skin.
Exactly.
You're wearing healthy skin. That's a very good way to go.
So that's what Tennesby Naturals is about.
Okay.
And it's been around for how many years now?
The company was incorporated in 2021.
Okay.
However, we started real operations around 2022, 23. Because we had to do our certifications, make sure that the specifications we are looking for, we get in it. And we are very big on working with women.
Oh, okay.
So we source a lot of our raw materials from women.
Well, any special reason why?
Yes. I believe that we've gotten to the age where we need to lift our women. Women have a lot of ideas. And we are just told to sit at home with it. So I believe even if you're sitting at home, use that idea, the purpose which you still exist in, use it. And you get a lot of women, like for example, our ginger. We get our ginger from a woman. She's food science.
Okay.
And if you see how she goes through the process to get you the kind of specification you're looking for, you would ask yourself, if this woman was not doing anything, how are we going to get this?
Yeah, that's true.
How can we support?
I like it, that chain, you know, you need to go get from someone who's also producing something that you can also use for your end products and all of that.
I mean, you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
However, in order for all of us to enjoy and to be in that circle of lifting each other.
And it makes it more easier for you.
Exactly.
You understand? Exactly. So I think that it's one thing. If you want to look at women empowerment, that's a different thing. That's a different conversation altogether. But if you're looking at business-wise as well, there has to be that chain that will enable others also be able to do what they love to do. So it makes a lot of sense. So these are they how many? Few of them, 3 products?
Okay, so I can get closer, right?
Yeah.
So this is the raw one. So we have
which is
this is raw
too
cocoa.
bitter. Too bitter for
when
my liking.
Put it that way.
Too bitter.
When you put it that way, it's extremely.
It's super healthy. I can't take that away from
extremely.
it. Yeah.
Extremely. But we didn't want to stop here.
Okay.
So we call this our powerhouse. This is my personal favorite.
Okay.
This one has ginger.
So it's cocoa with ginger.
Exactly. I mean, Ghana is known for cocoa.
Yeah.
We have one of the best beans ever on the planet.
Yeah.
But then we don't explore the benefits of cocoa as much as we should. I think we've not really tapped into the full benefits of cocoa. And then the natural ingredients we have, the products we have naturally. So we decided to add ginger to our cocoa to have that twist. Because, you know, cocoa has antioxidants. Ginger is anti-inflammatory. So it's everything you need for the body. And that's how come we did this. And it's my personal favorite.
Why? It means you use that personally.
I personally love that
I could end up loving this because anytime I'm drinking tea, food, whatever it is that I am consuming, I love a little bit of spice. And I love taking ginger a lot. Ginger really helps me and all that, so I love it. I think that could end up being my favorite.
I think it will also be my favorite.
You see?
And the other one.
Now I have. It's a family. Which one? These are the smaller sizes. The smaller sizes of it. But then we thought about our customers. We love feedback. We try to put a personal touch with our customers. So we have like a collective, we collect data from our customers to find out what they really would want us to add. So one of them was so big on cookies. But then I'm like, oh, I don't want to do anything that is not projecting natural health. But then I did a research and I realized that I can use the cocoa and ginger, a little blend of natural spice to get cookies. And that's how come we did the cookies.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
So the cookies has ginger and cocoa.
And some natural spice.
Yes. Which gives the sweetness.
Ooh.
I see.
I am amazed. I haven't heard any such before.
This is nice.
We try.
I haven't heard any
I
such.
don't mind. Oh.
KMJ.
I
Okay, so
help
whilst
you?
KMJ tries to open it,
Okay.
whilst KMJ tries to open it, let's talk about the production of these. It must be cumbersome.
It is.
In producing.
It's quite difficult.
Okay.
And so you have to employ, you have to use certain machines.
Yeah.
You have to also get it right. Okay, so, I mean, overly it's difficult producing it. The beans there's a specification you're looking at, and we are very strict on that. So we go through the standard boards, testing and everything, just to make sure that we're getting the real 100% natural product we are looking for. And then after that, you have to go through some dehydration.
Oh, why? You won't stop the interview. What happened? You won't do the interview again.
Matilda, please continue.
Oh my God.
What happened? You won't do the interview.
I thought it was just opening.
You won't do the interview.
Matilda, you should have done a little bit of research on KMJ.
On him. No, I think I watched him when he surprised, is it Jocelyn? I watched him and I knew that, okay. But I was not expecting to meet him on set today.
That's a huge problem. Anyway, so, okay.
So there's a problem. He's let me lost my train of thought.
Let me help you out. Now let's talk about the cocoa powder.
Right.
I mean, getting what really you need. The people who will help you get the 100% natural ingredients that you're looking for. You have spoken about the ginger, where there's a woman that supplies you with the ginger, but then with the cocoa
powder.
The cocoa powder.
Right.
Is it very easy for you to get it? How much do you have to put into and all of that?
I think that's what the most problem is.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, Ghana is huge on cocoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's part of our culture, our history and everything. So it's you. Now it's you.
What have I done?
Now it's you.
But so he's pointing fingers at me right now. I don't know what I've done.
Ghana is big on cocoa.
Oh my God.
Okay,
I will remember everything.
Ghana is big on tennis.
Let's be natural. Okay, so salsa that is quite difficult. But like I said, because we like to work with women, we found some good women who are cocoa farmers.
Okay.
So we work through them. I have a very beautiful woman who took off, started taking care of her husband's cocoa farm when the husband died. I told her I was going to mention it. She said, no, don't mention my name, so I will not mention her name. Okay. But she was our first supplier.
Okay.
And the reason why we chose to work with her was because she likes to go through the process we are looking for. A lot of people just want to produce it for you, dry it, and just give it to you to sell. Yeah. However, we need a certain specification, you know. And so after doing our own research, trying to find out, okay, what are the percentages we're looking for, I realized that we don't really have to go below 100%. So if we need that, then we need to work on people that are quite diligent. And this woman is. So she is our first, our go-to person. And then we have other people. We try to stick with women, but we still have some men who like supporting us. So
women bias, that's fine.
No.
How many men do you have in your team?
Just one. Don't mind KMJ. It's good. It's a good thing. What you're doing.
No, the reason we did the affirmative law.
You are empowering.
We definitely will need a man, you know. I'm big on every woman should have.
So in the next 5 years, we'll have about how many men? About 5 of them or 10?
Not 5. We should have 10.
10, right?
Yes.
And women about 100, yeah?
Definitely.
Of course.
What did you really have to go through to get this beautiful quality packaging you've got here? How
Well,
many
I like
times
the
did you have
packaging.
to change packaging? Because I know that definitely there was some, this is not where you, how you started packaging it. Exactly. So take us through that as well.
Okay, so I wish my sister was here. Because at that time...
She's your business partner?
Yes.
Or she's just a sister who's
No, she's my
helping with
business
ideas?
partner.
Okay, so you guys do it
takes care
together.
of the shea butter and the logistics of everything.
Okay.
I like to be hands-on, so I do the production and all.
Yeah, that's good.
So around the time I wanted to do this, if you allow me, I'd like to share a little story.
Please go ahead.
Okay. So I
We
knew
have
I had
enough
to
to eat for you
do...
to share. Sorry.
I knew I had to do cocoa. I believe fundamentally God wanted me to do cocoa.
Okay.
So I gravitated towards that. And I mean, growing up, I had always liked agriculture and then the essential benefits of natural products. But then I realized that aside liking natural things, there's something about cocoa I like. But then it hits me when my mom was diagnosed with cancer. And I want to do this without any tears. So around that time, she had to come and stay with me. And going through the whole process was just too much for me. And I mean, for her, you know, our mothers don't really share their pain. So when a mother cries, when a mother gives you a little bit of their pain, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And for me, I like to take responsibility when I see that. So one of the days I'd send the driver to take care for her chemo, and she needed to do a lot because it was aggressive.
Okay.
So the whole day I'll call her and she's not sounding well. So I'm trying to understand what's going on with her. So I think I told my boss that my mom is not, because I had to tell my boss, and then I was doing corporate. So I told my boss, my mom is still not doing okay, so I might have to close early. She said, okay, she was so kind. So I closed early, called the driver to pick me up. On my way, I called my mom and she was weeping. So I told her to stay on the phone with me because I got scared.
Yeah.
I got home, opened the gate, and I just threw my things down, went to hug her. She was literally on the floor weeping. And I'm like, Mom, what is it? Whatever it is, just tell me, we'll find a way. She said, I'm in pain.
That's your mom?
No.
No, that's
a
my
big sister.
sister.
Oh.
That's my sister. This was when we were able to do the ginger. I was so excited that day.
How did you pick her up?
So I just embraced, I couldn't lift her. So I just embraced her, and then I think she told me she's just in pain. She can't explain the pain. But I know they give them painkillers. So I was going through her bag if there's a prescription or anything. And she said she might have forgotten because that day she doesn't know what really happened. I mean, they didn't go through the normal process, so she doesn't have any painkillers. And then I know the medicine she takes. So I went through all the pharmacies. Nobody would
Just to
sell.
get that particular medicine.
Nobody will sell because you need a prescription to buy it. And no one will sell it to me. So when I realized that, I just knew that, okay, there's really no way out. And I need to get home with some sort of solution, and I don't have it. So I got home, and all I needed to do, I knew I had to do, was to just stay with her. And then at a point, she told me that she has some cocoa in her bag. Today, she tells me she doesn't remember telling me that, but I remember she told me she has cocoa in her bag. So I went to take the cocoa, made it for her, and she took it. Within, if I'm not exaggerating, 10 minutes, my mom was snoring.
She's gone.
She was sleeping.
So immediately I was excited.
Wow.
At least she's been able to sleep. But then again, I'm thinking, what is in cocoa that made her sleep? What was that ingredient that relaxed her, that became a painkiller for her? That was when I knew I had to do cocoa. I had to help someone. My initial thought was to give back to the cancer department. But I realized it's not a cure for cancer. It just will help the,
ease the pain.
And then it just became, I had to do something for women. You know, we go through a lot. And it becomes too quick when we are going through it. And seeing my mother go through that and having to see that she enjoyed that bitter thing, she embraced it, and it was her pain relief. If you hear my mom talk about cocoa, you would think it's this sweet, you know, but it's just because she knows the benefits of it. So I just knew at that point that I have to do something in cocoa. It took me a while, but I'm here, you know. And when I started, I wanted to package it in a way that, you know, in marketing, they will tell you, marketing and branding, they will tell you that we eat with our eyes. So I wanted to package it in a way that when you see it, you will forget how bitter it is. You will think about the benefits of it more than how bitter it is. And that was a lot of work.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a lot of work. Initially, okay, let me do pouches because you're looking at costing.
Yeah.
You can't really price it too high because of the kind of people you want to sell it. You want everybody to benefit it. Yeah. So I'm looking at pouching. I printed it. It wasn't so good. That's when my sister came in. She has been that support system. She'll tell me, you get it. It's going to be okay. Let's try something else. But I like to learn. So I met this woman who asked whether I would try containers.
Okay.
And at that time, I was not into social media, so I didn't know where I can find it. So immediately, I downloaded Facebook. And then I was searching.
Which year are we talking about?
This is 2022.
And you were not on Facebook?
No.
Oh.
It was a personal decision not to be.
That's
because I have done telco for more than 15 years. But I was never on Facebook.
Yeah, people
You're
still
kidding.
go on Facebook anyway, so yeah.
I was never on Facebook.
Okay, wow.
So the business pushed you to go on Facebook.
I think COVID did, but I wasn't too active. So I was in and out.
So
yes, and I was using someone's, you know, login and all of that.
Oh, so it wasn't your own account.
But by 2022, I knew that, okay, I need to do stuff by myself, you know. I think perhaps I was afraid of a kind of change. You know, exactly. I didn't want to be out there too much, but then I had to embrace it eventually.
Okay.
So that's how I met these people. They are Chinese-based, but then they have an outlet in Ghana.
Okay.
I tried it. It worked.
Worked.
Initially, the packaging wasn't so great. You see, this was the initial package.
Okay, before it moved to you.
Yes. If you look at it well, it's not the same.
Oh, okay.
It's not the same.
Okay.
This was the initial design. And then the same gentleman we talked about helped me to do this.
Okay.
So
yeah, because the label over there is even different.
Different from
the label here.
So we kept changing. We kept doing something about the labeling.
Yeah.
Making sure that it made the standard we're looking. But it has been a journey. It's been very difficult trying to get what I am really looking for. And I think I'm still looking for something.
Really?
I'm still looking for.
But that's not bad. I don't think it is.
Yeah, this was the first one.
So this was the first packaging?
Yes, by a very young lady. Very good. That lady was too good.
Okay, and then now we have a whole new branding.
Yes.
A whole new branding on the block.
Yes.
Now, I really want you to talk about the volumes that investing in your labeling, if you're into services like this, producing products like this, how important labeling is and how important it is for the colors you would even choose, the fonts you would even choose, what to put on the labels and all that, because
this
it's
has
some
nothing
of it,
on it apart from this.
Yeah.
The other one over there
has all those. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. A lot of business owners find it very confusing as to how to, design and put together their labeling for their products.
Okay.
So
So again, as I mentioned, people eat with their eyes first.
Yes.
So you want to capture them.
Yeah.
When they see the products, they should, I want to try this.
Yes.
So that's the first thing you need to think about. Then the color, the concept of the color. What are you really selling? Is it luxury? If it's luxury, then you have to look for something that depicts that. Is it health? So if the next time maybe I come, you would realize that now I have changed this. I've put a little bit of...
Can you please turn it to the camera and give us... No, over here?
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay. So the logo, when you... The next time I come, I'll show you from here and there. That's the hand that is lifted.
Lifted.
You will see green.
Green?
Yes. Because I'm trying to explain life. Life is green.
Oh.
So all of these things need to come to play when you are thinking about branding and labeling.
Yeah.
And then you also have to think about how people would be able to read.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there are certain products, certain products you take and you're trying to understand what is written there. Be simple as possible, but make it visible for people to be able to read. And then when you turn to the back, you realize that with some informations, the background is white. Even though essentially the whole background is brown because cocoa is brown.
Yeah.
The background is white so that it's clear for you to read as well. When you come here, I don't only tell you it's cocoa, I tell you some of the things you can do. So just by looking at it, you can tell, okay, I can take it as a drink, I can also bake with it. So this is what goes into all these things.
Oh yeah, you can bake with cocoa powder.
Yes.
Okay.
You can. Yeah. You cannot do chocolate with cocoa powder, but you can bake with it. We don't use cocoa powder.
Cocoa powder for chocolate.
I think there's a lot of people need to know about. You know,
a lot.
cocoa.
I think Ghana, we've not really tapped into the real benefits of cocoa. We know cocoa as chocolates.
And that's it.
That's it. Growing up, pebbles. That's all we know about cocoa. We don't really know the things you can use cocoa for. Cocoa can be like a supplement. You can use it for your food. Now, ladies are buying collagen.
Yes.
To supplement themselves.
Yeah. They are putting it into their teas. Yeah. Some are applying it on their skin. Yes. Yeah.
But you can use
cocoa is perfect.
It's perfect for that.
Right.
It's perfect for almost everything. I call it the full stop. You know, you get it, and it's not going to cure your diseases, but it's going to help. That's why I don't like it when people, there are places you go and they tell you, oh, these are for the older people. It's not for the older people. If you meet an older person telling you that when they take it, they can sleep well, when they take it, their bones are strengthened because it has magnesium, it's high in magnesium. Why do you think as a young person you don't need it? You don't need to get to that
to the old age before you start taking it. That's so true.
And that's why we are so big on everybody should take care of their health. For me, I tell people, I read a book that really inspired me. It's a multi-devotional written by my spiritual father. He tells you that your first wealth is your health. And that's true. If you really want to go far, you need to be healthy. Other than that, you will run around and then use all the money to take care of yourself, buy medications, but you need to stay healthy. It's very important.
After your mother told you that there's cocoa powder in her bag, you gave her that to consume. Later on, you found out that it made her sleep. So some way, like a pain reliever.
It is.
From cocoa. When you started producing these products, what are some of the feedbacks that you got from your customers?
Okay, the first one was a doctor who was diabetic. He already knew about cocoa. So he would take it once a while. And I think he has a sweet tooth. So it's very difficult for him to take it. But often I'll speak to him and then I'll tell him, keep trying and be checking the readings and let me know. He's my best customer now. And then I have another lady who, she suffers chronic headaches, migraines, and she takes it and she's fine. But for her, she adds the ginger. Even with the lady who produces the ginger for me, she used to suffer, I think, low or high pressure, one of them. And she said she's been taking cocoa powder. But when she started taking my cocoa powder, it was different. And so I knew I was doing something right. You know, because I was paying attention to the specifications. The beans needs to be dried in a certain way to get you the 100% you're looking for. And that's why we are hands-on with even the farmers we work with. We go there, we want to check what they are doing, how they process these things. And when it gets to us, we test it. Almost every year, I test the cocoa powder. Every year. Because you need to make sure that what you're giving people is what you're really saying it is. Yeah. So we have a lot.
In terms of getting the cocoa to make this whole product, is it easy for you?
It's not. It's not at all. Especially, you know, as big as Ghana is with cocoa, it's difficult to get cocoa in Ghana. Sometimes you need to, if you really want a lot, you need to pay in dollars.
Really?
I was discussing this with someone yesterday. If you're buying cocoa in Ghana with cedis, it's expensive, opposed to buying it in dollars. And sometimes, you know, there are off seasons and on seasons. So if you don't get the right people, consistency is difficult. Sustainability becomes difficult, and you want to sustain.
Make sure that throughout the year to use.
So it's difficult. So we try to make sure that, okay, we project, okay, this year between January to June, this is the number we want to produce. Okay. And when we are running out, because we know the off seasons, we buy a lot. So you should have.
So you already got it stocked.
Yeah.
Did you begin this whole business with 5 Ghana cedis?
You know, a lot of people will say that I started with nothing. I don't say that. I started with an idea. I had an idea. I knew where I was going, and I had a lot of help. My sister would chip in. She would give me, okay, so do you want to buy a sack of cocoa? Let's go and buy it. So a lot of the monies I started with was not my money. It wasn't directly from my money. It was from her money. Because we had other businesses. We had a cleaning agency. We had, a lodge and a spa. But in that moment, I was just helping her in her business.
At this point, I think that your partner has got himself a very industrious woman.
He has.
Actually take care.
He has.
Of him, maybe at some point.
He has.
No, all the time. He has to do it all the time.
He has.
Very industrious.
I'm trying.
That's nice.
I'm trying.
No, I like that.
I'm trying.
You know, I like that.
A whole lot to learn from women in business here. We are seated with Matilda Dansoa Dako, and she is, one of the co-founders. Should I put it that way? Co-founder? Yeah, she's a co-founder of 10XB Dimensions Limited, and the main product is 10XB Naturals. They are into raw, 100% cocoa. They also have cocoa plus ginger. I can't wait to taste that. And then they are into skin products as well. So you have shea butter. You know, the shea butter, I was going to ask you something. One of the main concerns that people have is the smell of shea butter. Nobody wants to use shea butter and be smelling like shea butter. That's what, in fact, smelling like Nguto.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's true.
Yeah. So what different, or how different, let me put it right, how different is your shea butter from the lot?
Okay, so you know there are 2 types of shea butter. If you talk to these northern women, they will tell you.
Okay.
There are 2 types. There are ones that you can eat. And those ones doesn't smell as bad as what we think in Kuto is.
Oh.
And that's the one we
I think it's the first time
I never knew.
Yeah.
There's a shea butter we eat. When you go to the north...
You add it to food.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew there was shea butter, that you can consume shea butter.
Yeah.
But I thought it was all one in the same.
No.
So what you consume is different from what you apply on your skin.
It's all the same, but the way they process the ones we eat.
Oh.
So there's this lady who helped me. She gave me this idea. She sat down with me and she educated me. So I decided to try the eatable one, and I realized the smell is not inkuto. You know, so that's the difference between our shea butter and the other shea butters on the market. But then we have the raw one, and then we have one with essential oils. But we try to stick with natural essential oils.
So what are some of the natural essential oils you've got?
You want me to do?
Hey, you spoke me.
No.
I know, right?
I'll tell you later.
Definitely. May I?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So how much is this?
This is 70 cedis.
Oh, it's good.
Nice. You see?
Smells good.
I know.
We give you the best.
Oh.
And this is all my sister. This is all my sister.
Smells good.
Incredible.
That'll be a lot of process, man, to change this to what it is now.
Yeah. And she's very good at it. You know, I realized this thing about her when we travel. If I need to buy a perfume, she will be like, oh, don't use this one, use this one. She's so good when it comes to those things. So I told her, listen, you need to do something. I mean, people need to enjoy what I'm enjoying when it comes to these things. So when she adds the things, I just like it.
This is really good. It smells really, really good.
Yeah.
It says what? Luxurious meat.
Yes.
That's the name for it.
Luxurious meat. Natural shea butter.
That's the name for that one.
Whipped.
Yes, this one is the whipped one, and then the raw one is not whipped.
Okay.
It just tastes just the way it is.
Okay. Nice.
And those are the bigger sizes.
The bigger sizes.
Oh. So the prices, sorry, I was busy inhaling the smell of the shea butter. I was enjoying the smell of the shea butter.
Okay.
Let's go through the prices.
So this is 20 cedis.
20 cedis.
The bigger ones, I think, is 50 each.
Oh, 50 each, but
Yes.
they seem...
They're different?
They're
Yeah,
different,
slightly
but one is
different.
whipped.
This is bigger, okay.
The other
One is
one
whipped.
yes.
Okay.
The other one is not whipped.
Okay.
The bigger one is not whipped.
I want to open them up and
Please.
see how they look like. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is whipped.
Yes. Thanks. Yes, that's whipped.
Yeah.
So you use this as your body cream?
Yes.
Okay.
I like to use it at night.
And
It
sleep.
makes me sleep.
Okay, can actually tell
the difference, yes.
You can tell the difference.
Yes.
I don't know if you can get, it will be possible to get the up close of it, but there's a difference in this. Okay, can you see?
Yeah.
So this is
and
obviously
that.
the whipped, and
And
this
this is
isn't.
It smells good.
It smells so good.
Thank you.
So 20 Ghana cedis for this, and then 50 Ghana cedis each for this. But
Go natural.
one is whipped, the other isn't. So this is the whipped one. And then this one is the non-whipped one. So whichever one that's, you could go for. But really, the difference, what does it do? What would make me choose the whipped one over the non-whipped one?
I think it's just personal preference. Some people just want the raw one.
Okay.
Some people want a little smell. Like you mentioned, you don't want to smell like Nkuto.
Nkuto,
Exactly.
yeah.
So for those people who are just still thinking, oh, I don't want to, you can go for the whipped one.
Okay, so this one still has the natural...
It's the natural
It's
one.
the same
This
thing.
is the
almost the same
natural
thing, so-
shea butter.
Yes.
But
And you
it's
see-
not that strong. It's not as strong as the one that we know.
Yes, it's because this is the one you can eat. So it doesn't have the strong Nkuto smell. Yeah.
And I'm going for the whipped one all the way. Like, going for the whipped all the way because it smells super amazing.
And I went for this all the way.
Even started munching on it before
my
the show
breakfast
ended.
today.
It's your breakfast,
That's
yeah.
breakfast. Thank you for
I can
giving me
tell.
that.
Welcome.
Matilda,
You're welcome.
the lids, please.
So where can we get the business if you
If
want
anybody
to call
wants
the
to
woman?
buy?
Okay, so
buy and all that.
yes, I am located in Sakomono, so that's where we do all the production and everything.
Okay.
But then we are in some shops on the Spinkters Road at Bachona, Total Filling Station.
Okay.
We are in China Mall at Wager.
Okay.
And then Jolie shops at Comty 20. We are also on Amazon for our US market.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, so you can get some on Amazon. And then on across all social media platforms at 10SB Oko. Yes, and then you can also call 0266 000 532. 0266 000 532 for all your enquiries, and just let us know where you're located. We will give you a shop close.
KMJ has just displayed for Matilda to, KMJ, I hear Jaisawa say, we have Anyway, so KMJ is still enjoying the munching on the cookies by 10XB Naturals, from 10XB Naturals. And yeah, we've been talking to the co-founder of 10XB Dimensions Limited, who are the producers of 10XB Naturals, natural cocoa powder mixed with ginger and shea butter. She's here, Matilda Dansoa Dako. Matilda, thank you so much for your time today. And all the best to you. We'll definitely be buying from you. You need no worry.